Distinguished guests, ambassadors and representatives of organizations, UNEP, UN Habitat, hamjambo. Naona watu kina mama pale wamevaa vile inatakikana kimila ya Maasai. Enda soba. Mine will be very brief, really, because today I'm here to show solidarity. And thank you very much, my brother, for organizing this celebration. Working, of course, with UN Habitat, Kengen, and other participating agencies. You know, I came in last night from Italy, Milan. We had a meeting of ministers of environment discussing exactly what we are discussing here today. Our final preparations for the climate summit called COP26 in Glasgow, which will start on the 31st of this month, that runs up to the 12th of November, and for which, or in which the Excellency, our President, just to underscore the importance of climate change, will be leading the Kenyan delegation. We had an opportunity to walk around and see sites within Milan. Green parks, vertical forest, and so on and so forth. And there is a correlation between cities and climate change, and I think those who have spoken have said it. Cities and urban and towns and urban centers contribute 70% of the global greenhouse emissions. So you really see, if cities, urban centers, towns work together as they have been working, upscale their actions, we may have a chance to have a meaningful response to this crisis, because we have a crisis. Climate change is a crisis, it's an emergency. All of us, science is unanimous, but you don't even need science. If you have eyes, you can see all these hazards, catastrophes, drought, floods, heat waves, hurricanes, cyclones, rising lake levels, rising sea levels, and the devastations that accompany. Just tell us that climate change is real and it is an urgent matter. So I'm happy to be part of today's celebration, to show solidarity and to say we are in this together. That's the first point. The second point that I wish to make is what the CEO said, the last remarks from, I think, one of the US leaders, that we did not transition from stones because we had run out of stones. We put aside the stones because we got better, more efficient replacements. That's, I got the message. And so too, in this area of energy, the field of energy. And Kenya is a leader, and our president is a leader, and the statistics speak for themselves. In terms of renewables, in terms of clean energy, Kenya is a world leader. And we are seated here inside a facility. Just imagine if we are seated here inside a coal plant. Do you imagine what we will be wearing? And now we are told here that actually, far from being a health hazard, as coal would be, this is a health, what? Remedy for those who have skin and other ailments. So the point I'm making here is, Kenya, our president, has provided the global leadership in the area of renewables. Far better than the most developed jurisdictions that keep on lecturing us about this and that. Instead of congratulating and commenting as they keep on. Coal has outlived its usefulness. It served its purpose. And the countries that are now lecturing us industrialize because of over-exploiting coal. But coal has lived its life. We must now transition into clean, renewable, efficient, healthy energy sources. And that Kenya, at its own expense. You know, we have what we call the G20, and I'm not playing politics. It's fact. It's fact. 20 countries called G20. You know them. They control 80% of the global GDP. China, Japan, Germany, UK, US, name them. 20 of them. They have all the technologies, they have all the resources. They have all the means. And these 20 most wealthy countries contribute 80%. We talked about cities. These 20 countries contribute 80% of the total global greenhouse emission. And they keep on telling us, be more ambitious. We keep on being more ambitious. You've heard about, we submitted our updated NDCs, increasing it from 30 to 32. We're finalizing our long-term strategy. We are a world leader in terms of renewables. We are suffering because of their delinquencies. There's a principle in law here in Kenya and also in international law that polluters pay. These countries that are responsible and bear the greatest responsibility for what we are going through here in Kenya, in Africa, and in the whole world. Our communities are threatened. Their livelihood threatened. Our economy is threatened because of their delinquency. And they have an obligation under the UNFCCC, the convention, as well as the Paris Agreement, to ensure they provide sufficient support. The investment here must be big, a lot. But it is in terms of either resources used internally or borrowed and being paid as loans and debt. Where is their responsibility? 10 years ago, the same countries combined committed to be contributing 100 billion per year. That's 209. 100 billion per year up to 2020 to support countries such as Kenya to go the pathway, what we call the low carbon development pathway, the green pathway. 2020, so 209, 2020 came and passed. We're in 2021. The same countries now are telling us, oh, we had these challenges, even among ourselves we are divided. Oh, others. And what we are promising you is that before COP26, we shall have a delivery plan to give you more funds. They haven't delivered on their 10-year-old pledges and obligations. So as we moved in that pathway, because we have no choice. Coal has no future. But the countries that are most responsible for this mess, this global mess, must live up. They cannot, and they should not be allowed to preach water to us. And this is what they have been telling us. Preaching to us. Water. But as soon as they drink wine and celebrate, that hypocrisy and double standards. And I'm saying this because I know all these agencies are there. We see them represented there. So let's stop hypocrisy and double speak and double standards. Kenya will do what it has been doing, using its meager resources to ensure that our people are healthy, to ensure that our economy is green and clean. But we call upon those big emitters, the polluters, to be real and stop lecturing us on all this. And they must put their mouths where their money where their mouths are. I'm sorry, my brother, if I digress, but it is important. You know what we are doing in cities? Nairobi City. You know, the deputy governor has spoken about the beautiful work there, and I commend the leadership of the governor of Nakuru, Mombasa, Kisumu, greening our cities, greening our infrastructure, going into clean energy, renewable energy, green parks, Michuki Park, Arboretum, Karura, City Park, name it. I thank you, my brother, for again inviting, and I apologize if I have caused offense to anyone, but I think sometimes we need to speak truth to the stones. I thank you, and let me now take this opportunity to welcome you, my brother, to deliver your remarks. Asanteni sana.